Welcome. All right, so you can all hear me properly, hopefully, maybe. Just let me know in the chat if I'm too loud. Uh, okay. Like the description says, this is my first ever live stream. So, you're gonna have to bear with me if there's any technical difficulties or anything like that. So, just check one more time if we can hear the audio from the other end. So, obviously, today we are going to be, as the title says, animating a new thingy. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? So, obviously, today we are going to be. So, um, obviously, today we are going to be. Hello? So, obviously, today we're going to be. Hello? All right, nice. All right, we're on. Cool. Okay. So today we're gonna be animating a new animation. Um, Maybe I'm gonna pull up the script right here so we can get some background. All right. So yeah. So basically, what's gonna happen is we have um the setting right here, which is obviously in a bar. We got some LEDs in the background. We got a little bartender guy who we're gonna do a little clip of him like wiping down the counter. Um and then like after just some like scene setting, some shots just showing the bar, we're gonna have um the introduction of our first character who's gonna be walking in the bar, a pizza guy. So he's gonna walk into the bar and yeah, we're just gonna do it from there, obviously. So here's the script so far. Um, and without further ado, let's get this started. So let me just check one more time if we can get our comments working right now. So do a little something off camera. And then, we're gonna put on some jazz music, get some vibes in here. Sorry about this. The internet is being very weird. All right, we're just gonna go. I just want to make sure that the comments are working. So I don't think there's anyone in the stream right now. So, but if so, if you are in the stream, you can comment and, save me some time. All right, nice. We're on. So, all right. How do you get the StreamYard thing out? Like the live viewer comments show up in StreamYard. This is an example. Click on a comment to show it off screen. Yeah, hide. All right, nice. All right, so let's just put on some music and then we're gonna start animating. Obviously, I'm talking to myself here because there's no one in the stream yet, but you know, get let's get one viewer. That's our goal for the day. Just let's get one viewer. First ever live stream. 46 subscribers as of now. Um, put on some jazz music, some lo-fi jazz music to get like the bar vibe. No, jazz. All right. So, all right. Without further ado, let's start animating. Cool. Okay. It's the thumbnail right here. All right. First frame of the day. Looking pretty good. Don't lie. All right. So let's focus a little bit here. Now, please be patient with me because Um, I am a bit of a slow animator, which you could probably tell from the amount of the, bleh, the amount of content you can find on my channel. Um, but that's like the repercussion. Oh my god! All right. The repercussions. That's the repercussions of being a perfectionist. It's a lot of trial and error, and just like you know being a perfectionist, like, Sure, it's trial and error, but you're always gonna end up with a satisfying finished product at the end, and I feel like, you know, ay, 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 not a good start. Alright, we're not really getting anywhere here yet. Let's just, oh my god, sorry. Bleh. Okay, you know what? Before we start with anything, hmm, you know what? Never mind. Alright, yeah, we just gotta lock in. So, he's gonna, like, go, like, kinda like that, like a rotating kinda thing, and he's gonna keep his towel on the table. Okay. Maybe I'll start like this, right? I'm having him above the table, and then he's gonna, like, ease on down into it. Calm down, partner. We don't need these huge movements quite yet. I know a lot of animators tell you to, utilize the yeah, easing in and easing out rule when it's, like, necessary, but, you know, for me, it's always necessary. Like, literally every movement you do has to be easing in and easing out. Doesn't matter if it's, like, I guess other than, like, robots kinda are the exception, because if you're not easing in or easing out, the movement's always gonna look robotic, like, every single time. I don't like how he's going down. See, now he's going back. So I think we're gonna settle for this animation because the last animation I animated at 10 FPS. Yeah, 10 FPS looks about right. Um, I do most of my animations in 10. Um, but obviously there are always exceptions. Like for this one right here, this was a Spider-Man animation I did a while back, and I did that in 12. Um, but never really staying too far out from 10 because 10 is like the sweet spot for me. Like I don't think you need anything higher than 10 to get a perfectly smooth animation. Like, you know, obviously 12, you know, that is pretty smooth, but I just feel like, 10 is just the sweet spot. I don't know. Could be a crazy person. But forget, what did I animate my brick film festival with? What did I animate my brick film day one at? This is the wrong one. Yeah, this was 12 too. Alright, maybe I lied. Maybe 12 is the sweet spot, but not in this case, not for this animation. I feel like alright, wait, no, I already took a picture of that. I do that a lot. I take 2 2 pictures of the same frame, and I get, like some of you might say, like, "Oh, yeah, animating on 2s, people do that." But, you know, not in this case when you're not animating on 2s and then your brain decides, "Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna take another picture for the same frame." Which is why I always do this kind of thing where I, like, go back and, check it. That looks good. Another thing I end up doing a lot is I take way too much frames for one movement, and what ends up happening is I go back and I'm like, "That's way too slow," because, obviously I took way too many frames, and I end up going back and deleting some. So, like, this frame number 5 right here, for example, I may be like, "Yeah, this frame's gotta go." I don't know if that's a normal thing or not. This is probably not gonna be a very long live stream. Might not even get to 1 viewer by the time it's over, but, you know, this was just more of a experimentation because, obviously I've never done this before. Um, Experimenting with StreamYard and, other, like, softwares like OBS I tried, but, just the software I was using just could not handle OBS for whatever reason. So That was a problem, but we solved that. Maybe we'll put his arm in a little. That looks good. Yeah, and a lot of trial and error, but I usually end up pretty satisfied with what I make, and if not, I just won't post it. Um, if you're wondering, give you a little secret, but, the he's standing on a little bit of sticky tack right now because he could not be making these circular motions with his hands all by himself on just regular studs. I originally used this clear sticky tack. Hold on, I'll show it in front of the camera. I originally used, like, these, like, little pads kinda thing, which had, like, paper on the back, right? And you would just peel them from the paper, and it gives you this, like, really, like, clear piece of tic tac, I guess, but like, it's not movable at all. Like, look at this. It's, like, good, it's sticky, but, you know, it's, like, really hard to configure. You can still see, like, some of the original shaping from, which is why I just decided to get, you know, the regular the regular basic one that a lot of animators like to use. Um, that looks good. Um, look at that, I did it again. Took the same picture for the same frame. Alright. I might low key the first person that comments on this video, like, I might low key give them, like, I don't know, I might low key give them, like, $5,000. That's a joke. That's a joke. Please don't come up for my head, okay? It was a joke. Um, please don't hold that against me. Not that we're gonna get any comments on this video, or at least not likely, Never say never. That's what I always say. I didn't think my last video was gonna get 250 views, but, here we are. So, yeah, it's going over a little too much. I don't really like that. He's gotta, like, calm down a little bit. What did I do? feel like I might be losing viewers. I feel like I don't know, maybe I just never had any in the first place, but I feel like it's getting to a point where people are coming in and, like, they're like, "This guy's not talking," and then they leave. Um, but on the other hand, you look at some some animators who are a little bigger than me, not too much bigger, but a little bigger than me. Um, I'm talking like, you know, if any of you have heard of like IB Clips or anything like that, um, they you know, they have a good following, but when they come around to do live streams, you come in and there's like 8 viewers and only like 3 of them are commenting. So it's like, what am I supposed to expect from having what 46 followers? Um, and again, this is only my first live stream, so we're just figuring things out. Kind of going off the rails a little bit here. He's like going kind of way too fast. Gotta calm down. Like, dude, I get it. You wanna, sorry, you wanna down your counter pretty good, but like, chill out. Oh, dude, he's doing like this weird thing. I don't like it. Not one bit. I wonder if I should have tagged this video under more things. You know, this algorithm is like shows no mercy. It's like, are you a small creator trying to broadcast your Lego stop motion, your brick films to the community? Well, too bad. If you don't tag enough people in your description, then nobody's ever gonna see your video. And that's the problem. Man, I am stuck on this frame. Something happened. Alright. Oh, it shows how slow of an anime I am. Jesus. Ooh, what if this is kinda a cheat, but let's just see how it looks like. Um, Let me delete that. Oh, yo, we might be onto something. Wait, I know it is kind of like, you know, I don't know. I know it is kinda, like, weird to copy and paste some clips, but it might just work in this situation. Like that. Don't need that. You know? I would ask you guys if it looks good, but I don't know, you know? Gotta delete. Put my fingers in the I like to yeah, I like to do that because, it's like an end screen kinda, so it doesn't show me that right away, the camera. No, what FPS is that? Let's try the 12. My problem with this clip is that he is moving his body a lot, and I don't think that's really necessary for, how little of emotion he's doing with his hands. Let's try this one more time, but first, let's save this in a different project. Oh, oh no. Oops. Oops. Alright, uh, that's weird. Wait, what? Go back. Go back to this. Copy, paste. Alright, cool. So, alright, let's redo. Do a completely new stop motion. Opened up. I'm not really feeling the lighting that much, so probably change some stuff. Again, I would ask you guys if you think the lighting's good, but I would never know. Well, I never know right now. Nope, we are not turning the ISO any higher than the minimum. Jeez. We could change the shutter up to 80. I don't think that would do much though. Yeah, I don't really like it. It's too dark. Alright, well, there's nothing we can do about it. What is this? No, no, no. It just gets increasingly worse. What the heck? No. Alright. Yeah. I guess we're just sticking to that. See, I don't like those green, like, dots right there. You see them? Like, those green, like, light flicker dots. They just, like, annoy me, like, right there. And I don't know what's causing them. It's probably the LEDs in this right here. What I'm guessing is that the LEDs from here reflect off my phone, which I'm using as a camera, and onto that screen, and I don't really like that. Well, I don't know. Maybe new sticky tack is the answer. It always is. Ugh. It's like I get that it's coming from, like, the green right here, but I don't know. It just looks yellowish and gross. Not to mention we have some dust on the countertop. Sticky tack isn't gonna help that. It's fine. Maybe it's a lighting issue. That kinda helps. Yeah, but I like the warm light. I like the warm maybe that. Yeah, I can't really tell. Let's keep it how it was before. I may honestly just be too hard to follow along. Alright. New sticky tack under his legs. Should do the trick. Um, also some new sticky tack on where he's holding it. This is probably a very boring scene to animate during my first ever live stream, but it really didn't have to be anything crazy because, again, first ever live stream, we're figuring things out, you know? We have a long summer ahead of us, so there will be plenty of opportunities to do a new live stream or several live streams over the course of the summer. Hold on. I apologize for the future noise. I'm just checking on the video in a different tab. Wow. Maybe if we change the music, it'll do something. Sorry about this, guys. Not that there's anyone watching. Um, maybe no music, because the music I was listening to was, obviously the jazz is very soothing, but um, it's the, it's just like it has rain in the background, and some of you might like confuse that for just like bad audio quality. So I just turned it off. Apologize to the large amount of viewers watching right now. Wow. I promise to you guys that this isn't how I sound like in real life, just the microphone. Definitely just the microphone. All right. Looks like a lot of stream delay. So I apologize for that you won't be getting real-time updates, but it's fine. It's fine. We're all fine. I would make more commentary during the stream, but I was expecting some people to ask me some questions or something like that, but nobody came in. So, you know, probably not gonna. I might actually end up posting this video without any other live stream stuff because it takes a while and it'll be boring to watch it. Like, it'll be boring to watch the process until I figure out a way to speed up my productivity. But this video is gonna this live stream is only gonna probably go up to like 550. So wow, we got one watching. What a miracle. Oh, never mind. I think they went away. They heard my nerdy voice and left. They're like, I have nothing to do with this guy. I cannot associate myself with him in any way. Get him off of my digital footprint. Or maybe I was just hallucinating and no one ever came to the live stream. So sad. Whoa, that's kind of cool. And that gets rid of the green stuff in the background. Oh, uh, we might have to stick with that lighting. Maybe. What if? Okay, because it is a little bright, like brighter than I want it to be. What if? Let's just adjust the focus real quick. Okay, what if we put the ISO down? Wait, not the ISO, the shutter up, up. Wait a minute, we might be on to something. Up to 100. Take a picture. That might be the lighting we're looking for. Yeah, it's ultimately probably gonna be like that at the end. All right, cool. At least we got the lighting down. We accomplished something on stream. I don't know. I'm bored. I don't really want to animate this. Just not for now. Just take a little break. All right. So, um, I know there's nobody in the stream right now, but if anyone from the distant future decides to come in and looks at my first stream for the first time, um, here's some old projects I have in the archives. You know, we got some pretty cool ones here. Obviously, all like this area is just my recent stop motion, but we have a little Spider-Man one right here, just a swinging animation. I was really proud of this one, like how it captured let's delete the camera so that you don't see that interruption. Oh, I don't even know how you can do that. All right, never mind. Um I was really proud with this one because, it was a very early attempt of camera movement and obviously, we have some it's pretty obvious that I used a monitor as the background for this one. But I was pretty proud of this one because it took a good amount of time and I would say it was worth it. Like, I like how I did the camera movement in this, and I kinda got lucky because I wasn't even using, like, a tripod or anything, I was using, like, a flimsy camera stand that was somewhat maneuverable, and, it got the job done. And then next on the archives tour, um, here are just some, like, experimental stuff, We got, like, a little guy playing guitar. That's kinda cool, right? 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 And then we got, I really like experimenting with this, light back here. Like, I use, a special light to go flow into the windows, and that's usually when I get, like, my best quality lighting. Um, and then I did this, which was just, like, following a guy walking, which, alright, like, nothing special. Um, oh yeah, we have some clips just experimenting with like mouths and stuff, changing up the mouth animations. What's this? Oh, I like this one. This one, just a guy walking down the street. I don't know why the FPS is so low, but we have just a guy. We'll do it up to our faithful 10 FPS. Um, just a guy walking down the street, and then I loved that transition right there. Look at that. So, maybe one day I'll put like all of these in like a little test video because I do like these a lot. Look at this. You watch, he like plants his foot, right? Sorry. He plants his foot, and then the moving truck set goes by, and then it transitions into the next shot. Look at that. How did I do that? Well, a magician never reveals his secrets. Um, and then, he's like looks around. Oh, sorry. Didn't and then he sees the girl walking down the street, and I'll just let you see the animation. And yeah, they see each other and they just like run towards each other. Um that was a fun animation to do. Now, I don't know if I should show you this, but this is a upcoming thing, practicing with water effects right here. That was kind of cool. I like that one. And then I did a different version of that one where he makes it like to shore. Well, like kind of looks up before he does it. Um and then I did another version of that one, except for he just immediately comes out of the water, like no warning or anything. This is probably the smoothest one out of all of them, but I don't know. I like that one. Oh, this one. So this animation was for this year's THAC, which obviously I didn't post anything for. I just animated like a scene. I was like thinking of the plot to revolve around. I think so. The theme was like fulfill or something like that. And so I was like trying to think of like this construction guy who like gets hit by a boulder and he like realizes like he doesn't want to live his life as a construction worker, and then he comes back to life and then like quits his job. I don't know. It was kind of a stupid plot, but here's just some clips from it. Yeah, there's the boulder, then he talks to this person. It's just I did not make it very far before I got burnt out on that project. Here's a Christmas one I wanted to do. Just some clips from like Christmas stuff. A lot of clips, like a lot of just random clips I wanted to do for a project, but just never really settled on anything. I think what works well for me is just deadlines, because if I make a deadline for myself, or like not even if I make one, but like for contests and stuff, if they give me a deadline, then like I really excel because it's like important because like I knew because I'm like bleh, sorry. I am determined to oh my god. We just got a viewer. What the heck? We just Oh my god, he just left. No. Come back. You were here for 1 minute. No. All right. Well, shout out to Sticky Tack Studios for being our first viewer of the day. Yeah. It's a shame that he was only here to see a bit of it, but that's kind of surprising though. You know, it's little victories like that. I mean, we got our goal. We got one person to come in and watch the video, so Good for us. Good for us. We did it. We might stick with this clip. I don't know. What I do know is that next stream is going to be way more eventful. I'm sorry you were only here to you what? Sorry. You were only here and you saw just 14 frame stop motion be completed. But, maybe live streams aren't my thing cuz like I said before, am not a fast animator. So, I don't know. Oh, one more thing. If you happen to find this video before Brawl 2025, um, guess what? I'm going to post for Brawl 2025. Isn't that crazy? Um, but yeah, so expect my next video to be centered around Brawl. I'm so hyped for Brawl. Like, it'll be like so much fun. Um, I'm pretty confident that I can do well in it, but as you saw, I am not a fast worker, so I'm just gonna have to lock in and just, you know, not be indecisive. I'm just gonna say, oh, took a picture, took a frame, like, all right, that's what we're going with. All right. Um, anyways, look out for a brawl animation. We're probably gonna end the stream here. Um, thank you for watching Sticky Tack Studios because you were like the only one here. Um, and you were only here for a minute, but you know what? It's fine. It works. But thank you for watching. I am gonna be back with the stream probably Friday, actually, because maybe I'll have some animation done and I'll have some stuff to show you guys. But yeah, maybe I just need some time to animate off stream. Just see what I can do. See if I can lock in. All right, well, I don't know how to end a stream, so bye.